It's me. Today we're gonna do a 1000 subscriber celebration video. Really appreciate the support, and hopefully I'll make more videos that you guys will enjoy. Okay, so today we're gonna do a video talking about units. Uh, okay, because for me personally, I do not like the rankings on the exviuswiki. Uh, because doing a ranking based on units that uh, do not have TMs at all. I mean, if you've been playing since the game started, since July, the soft launch or something, it's been around 8 months, and I'm pretty sure you have one or two TMs at least. And I just want to talk about how you're going to evaluate a unit, whether a unit is good or whether it's bad, so that you can make your own decisions and not rely on the ranking, on the Axios Wiki or Ultima or whatever. Okay, so first we're going to talk about healers. Healers like Raphia, Tillith, whatever healer there is coming in the future. Okay, when you want a healer, obviously you want to know how good their heal is. Do they heal your whole party? Or are they single target heals? Okay, so Kuraja is a good spell. It's an AoE heal. Kuraga is a big heal for one ally. This makes a healer a good healer, right? Most healers have these skills. The difference is full life. Full life makes the healer even better because you revive an ally to full health. And of course, when you look at a healer, you want a skill that removes debuffs on your team. Asuna, Dispel is good, and this is what makes Refia special. Immune to silence, paralysis, confusion, and stone. Okay, so based on what you see, you can tell Refia is a good healer. And she has an extra embolden that gives you extra attack and defense. So you know that Refia is top tier, right? Let's see, Tillith, is this max? Okay. Okay, so Tillith has a heal that cures all the debuffs on your team. Makes her good. So when you look at different skills, you want to see the modifiers on the skills. So you go to the Reddit and you check out their whole database there on the units. Check out the modifiers, and this is important for damage units. Rainbow Veil, it's gonna increase resistance to elements on all your allies. This is AoE. This is good. I believe there are some units that give you resistance on one ally, so these kind of things are what makes a unit good. And based on what you're gonna do, you want to look for these kind of special stuff that the unit has, and then evaluate them in your own way. So Celestial Light, you boost attack, defense, mag, SPR. Yeah, so along these lines, a good healer has a good heal, right? Definitely. Uh, Importantly, they should have a full res, a revive, and a debuff cure, Esunaga or whatever. And anything extra will make the unit even better. Alright, so now we're done with healers. We're gonna leave damage units for the end. Breakers like Delita. I don't think I have a max Delita. Okay, so Delita has single breaks. Damage reduce SPR, damage boost attack or whatever. I can't remember much. This doesn't make him good because you're gonna use turns to break certain stuff like attack, defense, and whatever. It's not good unless you use his specific material. So as a whole, the Delita is not a good unit, and as everyone know, he isn't. Okay, so a good breaker would be Warrior of Light with full break. Um, Full break is great because it reduces all parameters. Attack, defense, mag, SPR. Awesome. And then we're gonna see. So basically, when you evaluate a unit, you look at the skills, and then you sort of classify them as to what kind of unit they are. Okay, so we got 20 minutes before reset, and then we're gonna start our poll video. Elsa, Elsa is special because she's a DPS unit, a damage unit, but her break is the highest in the game. The modifier is 50%. So what she gives you is a unit that can deal damage, and she can break the enemy defense and SPR. So you're gonna deal a lot of damage because of 50%, right? It's like double. And when you evaluate a unit, you want to look at it from two perspectives. One for PvE and one for PvP, arena. So Elsa has lance, so she's very good for arena, right? One lance and then the whole unit doesn't have any MP, it's just gonna auto attack the whole time. So this makes her a good PvP unit. And what else makes her a good PvP unit? Man-Eater. Man-Eater physical damage against humans, because most units are humans. And so that's the kind of line that you should go across when you evaluate a unit, whether they're good or not. Sort of spot the special stuff that they have. Okay, so when you evaluate units like tanks, it's a little different. You want to look at their stats, their max HP, your SPR, and all that nonsense. Alright? And then we want to look at the skills that they have. There will be 100% provoke tanks in the future, based on what JP has. Those are very nice. So for a tank, having provoke is pretty much something that you always want, but you have golem for it. 100% provoke means that the mob is definitely gonna hit that tank. Alright, so tank naturally have higher defense SPR than most other units. So the extra stuff that they have like heals, cover, sentinel, is all pretty nice. And of course, Cecile has added stuff like high tide and whatever. So this makes him a good tank, right? For now, in the global. What about Warrior of Light? Okay, we're going back and forth between the two. I should go with Rain as well. Rain and Warrior of Light. Okay, Warrior of Light. HP is pretty good. Alright, so I think I potted him so he has a little bit higher HP. He gets Sentinel, so he protects others while guarding. It's a tank skill. When he gets his 6-star, his stats, of course, will go higher. Higher defense, SPR, higher HP. And what makes a tank a good unit is when they can do two roles. They can tank and then they can do something else. Like Cecile is an off healer and Warrior of Light is a breaker. So he does a AoE break or something when he's 6-star. So this makes Warrior of Light a good unit. Alright? So now we're gonna talk about, let's say, a new banner unit. Marie. Marie is a support unit. If you watch my other video, you should know I sort of went in a little bit more on her. So what you want in a support unit, whether they buff your team, whether they help you do stuff that you don't normally have on other units, that they're worth a slot on your team. So Marie gives you AoE resist to elements. This makes her good. Like in the future, we have Riku. Riku has a limit burst that is worth that alone, a slot on your team, just because AoE auto don't die. So if your teammate dies, it auto revives to full health. So that is super awesome. That is a great skill, and you will use it. Another support would be Ramza. Ramza has a song. Now it's not that strong, but when he's 6, he's going to be something that gives you an easy mode in the game. Alright? If I can just find my Ramza. Okay. Ramza's song alone, merits him a space on your team. Okay, so Hero's Rhyme, it boosts all parameters. When enhanced, it's even better. It's 100% attack, defense, mag, SPR, and it heals every turn, and it gives you MP every turn. So just having the unit on the team to do this one skill makes this unit broken. He's so strong. Okay, so in the future, when you see like a unit that has mostly support skills, you want to analyze and see what kind of skills that make this support unit worth a slot on your team. All right, so that makes the unit worth to pull in the first place. Okay, so now damage units. There are two damage types. You can be a chainer or you can be a chain finisher. Mostly units we have in global right now are chain finishers. A unit that helps you build chains is pretty rare now. Lightning is hard to chain. Chizuru is easy to chain. She's a good unit. And she really shines in arena because of damage cap and because she chains well with herself and its AoE. It's pretty awesome. In the future, you have Orlando who chains well. Tidus, which is hard to chain without a similar unit like Tidus because of the intervals between the chain, the hits. When Orlando is released, you'll see what I mean. Uh, Yun can chain with himself. That's all. So if you're a whale and you have a few of them, yeah, sure, you can chain. Just watch my other video. I show how Yun chains with himself and similar units. Chain finishers like Noctis, Randy, Gilgamesh, all of these are top tier units. Okay, with the right TMs, they are really, really strong. Randy is strong because of the killers, the innate killers. It's not because his skill modifier is really high. Gilgamesh is strong because his skill modifier is really good. Divider is a very, very strong chain finisher skill. This makes Gilgamesh great. Okay, so something else when you look into when you evaluate a unit is you check out their TM. If their TM is worth grinding for in the first place. Like Gilgamesh, Genji Glove is awesome. I mean, everybody knows Dual Wheel is God right now. So Genji Glove on Gilgamesh makes Gilgamesh an awesome unit in the first place. Even though it's a 5-star base unit, you just want units with good TMs. Okay, so let's say Noctis. Noctis is a good unit. He's a chain finisher. He can do a lot of shit. He can heal. He has damage reduction, evasion. He can stop. He can do all kinds of things. Okay, but his TM isn't good. Ring of Lucai isn't that strong because it's not the one we have in JP, of course. So when you look at a unit, you look at the skill set, and then you look at their damage, their TM, and the modifiers on their skills. So, because I really find it annoying that when I read the Discord and people are going like, oh, but exviuswiki says Lunef and Lightning are top tier, like that, they're like the best units in global. Yeah, sure, they're the best units without TMs. Everyone knows that, and I just want to, sort of vent my frustration with the rankings. It's just not accurate. Okay, Lunef is fine after enhancements, but right now Gilgamesh just outclasses him in every single way, other than not having the innate blind paralysis and confusion stone immunity. Everything outclasses Lunef. And Lightning, of course. Lightning is a forgotten unit by now. Ace is not a good unit because of random damage multipliers and modifiers. You never know what you're gonna get. Sometimes it's awesome, sometimes it's not. Right? So that makes him a very, very unstable unit, and it doesn't make him strong. Of course, he has Firaga and Thunderga, which are basic mage skills, but it doesn't make Ace a good unit in the first place. Alright? Dark Fina. Dark Fina has a great TM, Dark Bond, even though it's not stackable on global. Uh, a lot of elemental. We're going to talk about mages now. A lot of elemental coverage. That's what you want in a mage. Does a lot of elements. Innate dual cast. That makes a mage good because you don't have to grind the TM. And of course, some status immunity, if I remember. Yeah, correct. Silence, paralysis, and stone. Uh, these are extra added bonuses that you want on a unit, right? It's something that actually makes the unit special. So when you evaluate units, you want to look for these kind of things. Uh, Retaliate. Retaliate is something special to Dark Fina. Retaliates all physical attacks with a chance to. That's amazing for Arena. So someone smacks you, she's gonna cast an AoE back at them. That's gonna hurt. Okay. What else? What other units we got? Counter tanks. Counter tanks like Snow. Counter tanks like Snow, they require provoke because if they're not hit, they're not gonna counter, right? So he is not top tier. He is very situational. These kind of situational units you can pull for sometimes. Uh, I mean, if you happen to get him on a daily pool or something, you could use him in some content, but it doesn't make him a must pull. It's like not a super strong unit that you want. All right, Ling. Where is Ling? Let me find Ling. Okay, Ling. Ling has high tide. That makes it's a unique skill to her. Chakra, restore HP and MP for herself. These are all unique skills. Then she has an AoE break, defense, SPR. That is great, awesome. Because right now, if I remember correctly, we do not have an AoE break unit, and Ling just makes this so much better. This is why Ling is a good unit, right? So what I'm trying to show you is you look for certain skills that make the unit good and evaluate them by yourselves. But if you compare now with Ling and Rain, Rain loses out to Ling because of these skills, right? So rank them by yourself. Learn to do it. You've been playing for months by now. You should know how to rank units and whether what skill is good for them or what's not. Don't rely on the rankings on the exviuswiki, okay? Because they are binded by their own philosophy that ranking shouldn't be with TMs. And of course, they rank them accordingly. And I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just saying that it's not the right way to rank units now, because it's already about 8 months in the game. It's not something that you should rank units by anymore. Okay. Granted that new players are coming in because of the Ariana event and whatever, but the skills that they have are something that you must keep in mind with whatever good TMs you have on. It's awesome. Okay, so do I have a rain that's maxed? Okay, I have a rain that's maxed. Okay, what makes rain a decent unit for certain situations is uh, leadership, awesome. Counter, sure. Cover, so he's basically a tank, and he has full break for one enemy. It's not an AoE break, so he loses out to Ling in that perspective. So just when you look for a unit, you classify what kind of unit that is, whether it's a damage dealer, whether they can chain, or whether they can't, whether they chain finish, like Gilgamesh, which is a very awesome chain finisher because of the huge modifier on the skill, 50% minus defense or something. Let's see what it is. I can't remember all the skills, there are too many. Yeah, divider, unmitigated damage to all enemies. There's a 50% minus defense debuff somewhere. And the modifier is about 200 something percent. I can't remember. It's big damage, man. Alright. About the percentages of the modifiers of the skills, whatever I'm saying, take it with a pinch of salt because it's based on my memory of what I've read before and such. So don't take my word as something that. But yeah, Gilgamesh has a good chain finisher skill. Okay, Barrage meta is long gone. If we were back in September, now it's February. During September, the best units are Barrage, Shizuru, COD. Now Barrage is bad. And we're gonna get Artemios that has Barrage as well, and Luna. So having Barrage does not make them in any way better units at all. Okay? Bartz has Barrage as well, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he has Barrage as well. Okay, why is Barrage bad? Because you can't chain Barrage. It's really hard. You have to time it perfectly. It's random target. This makes it bad. Anything random that you can't count on is bad. Okay? This is for damage dealers. Uh, these kind of skills on Yun, like Infernal Rage, boost next normal attack, this is just flavor. You're never really gonna use it ever, unless you just want to do something like a funky video or something. You're not gonna do that at all. Alright? So the best skill of Yun would be Raging Bird, but the frames on it is too fast. It's really, really hard to chain with. So what is chaining? Chaining is when two units hit the same target, uh, and they alternate with each other, not at the same time. So if Yun hits a dire rat or something once, and the next unit that hits it is another unit, and then Yun hits again, that's a chain. Okay? So because Yun's chain skill is too fast, the only unit that you can chain him with is a duplicate Yun. Okay? So when you look for a unit, uh, this is also the reason why Orlando is an awesome unit, because he has a great skill modifier on a Holy Explosion. There is a debuff, defense debuff, and there is a element debuff as well. So when you chain with Orlando, there's just so much more damage in comparison to any unit we have in global right now. So Orlando is very, very strong. This is why Orlando is a top tier unit. And in the future, you will have Dark Veritas, Eileen with enhancements, as and so forth. So when you evaluate a unit, you look at what they can use, their equipment selection, skills, what kind of part are they classified under? Are they a full breaker, a support, a healer, a tank, a damage dealer? Whether this unit can do two things at once, saving you a slot. So evaluate them with your own judgment, and whether their TMs are good, of course. Anyway, guys, this should be the end of my video. Thanks for watching, and thanks for all the support. 1,000 subscribers. Hopefully, we'll get 1,000 more soon. Anyway, if you like my videos, subscribe, like, and share. And good luck for the post, because the banner is going to reset right now. And take care, guys. And I'll talk to you guys some other time. See ya. Goodbye.